Hey folks, Pickleball Librarian here in colorful Colorado Springs with the president of the Pikes Peak Pickleball Association. But first I wanted to let you know something. I really am a huge fan of studying nonprofits and studying organizations because I taught that in law school. I taught a class called Business Research to Future Lawyers, and we did a couple classes on studying nonprofits. When you have a nonprofit, you have certain standards. You have to file things with the IRS, you have to set things up with the state. So, it's quite a process, and they do monitor you. So I love that information. I know I'm geeking out here, but let me tell you something. What's so cool is as I study organizations, as I travel, I'm really impressed with the Pikes Peak Pickleball Association. I mean, I'm here with the president, and let me tell you something. When he started, this organization had 600 members. Now it's up to 14. And when Joe Johnson first ran, there was 3 people wanting that spot. See, isn't that cool? Because sometimes in a pickleball association, everyone's standing there and you're asking for a volunteer. You're begging someone to be president. No, these people wanted to do. Although on your second term, your second election, you ran unopposed.
Yes.
I guess that meant people loved what you did.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Go tell us a little bit more.
Okay, so Pikes Peak Pickleball Association is a 501c3 nonprofit. We've been in existence for about 10 years. It started with a low number of about 20 people wanting to play pickleball and help the community find courts and build courts, and we've grown into what we are today. We have various programs that we produce and put on for the public, and we partner with not only the city but with also El Paso County here in Colorado Springs to build pickleball facilities, and we also manage the pickleball program for the city for free. It's just an awesome time. We have great relationships not only with the mayor but with the different Parks and Rec directors for the county and the city.
And also, I mean, somebody seems this is like a model program, it seems like, right? Folks who see the partnership you have.
Yeah, what we bring to the table when we do a partnership with, say, the government is a full perspective. We have the experts within the organization to advise the city on what makes a good pickleball facility, how much money should be invested in what area of the courts, the programs that should be ran there, and how you can make it more accessible to more people within the community.
Now, so as someone who grew up in Colorado Springs, and by the way, that's my high school in the background, so if I geeked out in the beginning, that was from my high school teachers. What's impressive to me is how they really get involved here. I mean, this is like pickleball heaven in Colorado Springs. I mean, there's a bunch of courts. They're beautiful. They're well maintained because it's a partnership. And tell us about the money that you guys help donate to the city.
Okay, for our main facility, it's a 15-court facility down at Monument Valley Park here in Colorado Springs. Our organization pretty much raised $250,000 to partner with the city to build that facility. Our new facility that we're building now is on the west side of town at Bear Creek Park, and we were able to raise through our membership and through various grants up to $120,000, which we've donated to the county.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't think we can talk about how you guys do so much as an organization. As someone who visits, I mean, I've got to watch your round robins. You guys have, I think, is it twice a month you guys have a social? I mean, pre-COVID, of course.
Pre-COVID, we would do a social once a year.
Okay.
1,400 members, you can't really get everybody together at one time. So we do what's called an ice cream social out at the courts. And one of our sponsors, a local business owner here in town, BJ's Velvet Freeze, I'll give him a plug, but he donates the ice cream for our ice cream social, and we'll have like fun round robin events for that.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. But it's a group, and when I'm at Monument Valley Park, a lot of times I see name tags of members, so I know if I have a question, if I need help, there's people there to ask.
Yeah, we once someone joins this organization, and it's only $20 a year, we'll send them a name tag with Pikes Peak Pickleball Association on it and their name, so that when you go down to the court, there's not a stranger there. You know what their name is right away.
Well, we'll talk about more what's going on here in the background, but this is their Saturday morning lessons, and they have an hour-and-a-half lessons. I mean, you can take 2 lessons as a new person. And then there's also guided play.
The free lessons actually move our members into what we call guided play. That's where if they like what they're learning here today, they can join our organization for $20, and then they can move into guided play where it's 4 beginners with 1 experienced instructor, and they can stay in that for free as a member of the organization as long as they are learning and feel comfortable there. And once they're comfortable with that, they can move on to our round robins, which are done at every level from 2.0 up to 3.5.
So I mean, interesting. I mean, this is a real active organization. I mean, you feel a part of it. Oh, get this, the kicker. This is great. The dues are super expensive. How much are they?
$20 a year.
20 for a year? Wow, that is awesome. You get so much for your money here.
Yeah, we started a program because there was so many people joining. We started a new members orientation program where we bring them in first Thursday of every month, and we kind of give them, this is what Pikes Peak Pickleball Association is, this is where you can play, these are some nuances of the different facilities. And just this past Thursday we had our last orientation for the season, and we had 25 people show up, and one of the questions was, why are the dues so low? Have you guys ever thought of raising the dues? And we feel that, keeping it low, especially in these economic times, keeps it simple for everyone, because pickleball should be a low-cost sport and more high-end on the enjoyment side.
That's awesome. I mean, so I would say, Pikes Peak Pickleball Association, just so much to do. I mean, they have so many offerings, they work with the government, and by having partnerships, they just have wonderful facilities all around the city. I mean, this is the way to do it. This to me is the standard, the model. Wow, I can't. There's so much we can add, but I mean, this is amazing.
So this facility here is actually our training facility where we do free lessons. We partner with the Watson High School. They allowed us to actually come out and stripe 6 pickleball courts here, and we'll come out and set up temporary nets. Normally our classes are anywhere from 30 to 40 people each weekend that we don't really advertise for, but because of COVID, we've had to limit our numbers to 16.
Pretty impressive. I mean, thanks so much, Joe. This is amazing. I love it. So Pikes Peak Pickleball Association is definitely pickleball librarian approved.